So here we go with our PlayStation 4 Pro. Warranty is already voided, so I don't care. We have some cryo-out thermal paste here and some -pad 8s to get a better thermal conductivity out of this PlayStation and get it more silent. I also checked the loudness level. At the end of the video you will see a graph with all the loudness comparisons before and after, under load, in idle. We will see what we get here. First step, you have to remove the cover. Pretty easy. Then we have to go on and screw off the PSU. Just get the screws out from the power supply unit. You don't need to take the power supply unit out in first, because there's a little cable under there and we just don't want to damage that. Trust me, it's a bad idea. Yeah, also it got a Nidec fan, so there's this ongoing debate between Nidec and Delta fans in the PS4 Pro. But the Nidec fan is pretty silent, but this thing gets pretty loud if you fire up the Vision 2 or, I don't know, Gran Turismo Sport and rendering some images, and just like there's a 60 dB level under load, and I will try to silence that right now. So we just need to loosen the screws here and take off this little tiny metal plate. It's just a small sheet metal piece, and then we totally freed the power supply unit. Then you have to turn around the PS4 and look at the backside, because there are some Torx screws, so you have to get them out. In my European version, there are some warranty void stickers on there. I don't know, it's like in North America you can repair that and you are legally safe and don't void your warranty. But also, I have to say, if you try this at home, just make sure you know what you're doing. I will put a iFixit description link for the teardown down below the video, so you have an image teardown with all the steps, just to repeat it at home. So we have to take out the hard drive next. And after we've done that, we can go on with the Torx screws. There's one, just right off the hard drive bay. You have to remove it, and always make sure you sort your screws, because there are plenty of them in there. Yeah, what? Give me my screwdriver back. So, okay, we can go on right now. Just make sure you sort the screws. It's pretty important, so you don't lose anything and just like end up with, I don't know, 2 missing screws, and you can't put your PS4 Pro back together. So we have to remove this warranty void stickers. My warranty is already gone, so I don't care. Also, to sort your screws, I could really tell, like, this iFixit Pro Tech Toolkit is a pretty neat thing, and I will put the link down below the video, because you could always use some parts of it to repair different electric things. So we now have to open the other side of the lid, and here we go. A big chunk of metal, it's the EM shielding. We will use this metal to conduct some heat off the APU, more on that later. Next step is we have to remove the screws of the EM shielding, and before you lift it up you need to remove all the 5 ribbon cables around, and also you have to remove the Wi-Fi antennas. There are 3 of them, so we just clean it up and get these screws out of there. Just keep it in sort. Yeah, there are plenty of them. I already said it. And now we have to remove the antenna. Just make sure you don't break anything. Just use this plastic piece here from the iFixit repair kit and you're fine. They're just stuck on there. So now that we got rid of the antenna, we need to remove the ribbon cables and then just change the perspective. This is actually the fan cable. We have to remove that first, and then we go on with the cables. So first we'll take this one off. It's just a pull. Be gentle, don't damage anything. But actually the last one is pretty hard to pull off, because there is a lid and you have to open that first. So first you go with the lid, and after you pull it up carefully, you can carefully remove the cable. And there we go. Take off. No, actually there's an antenna cable stuck there. You can just pull it out, but it's pretty important if you use Wi-Fi. But who uses Wi-Fi anyway? So we just turned around the PlayStation, and now we can safely pull off the PSU. But be gentle, there's still the cable underneath that goes to the main board, so we don't want to damage that. And we just pull on it gently. So, there you see the PSU cable. We have to deattach it. It's a pretty... I hate it. Let's just say it doesn't remove easily. You have to pull a bit, but then it goes out, like this. Also, I want to clean the PSU from the inside because the fan pushes the air through the PSU. And it's always a stage of dust collection, so we really need to get that clean. And after I cleaned that, you can see it's this is a rocket blower. If you want to buy one, I will put the link in the video description down below. Like, this thing is fine if you don't want to use canned air. You don't really need to re-buy canned air because it's empty. That's a cool thing. So now we can remove the PSU cable from the mainboard just with a gently pull, and there we go. So next step, we will remove the shielding from the backside of the APU. It's just this thing here. Just let me get the right screwdriver bit here, and we'll go on. Actually, this piece of metal can be used as a thermal conductor, and I will use that in my build later on. And you need a little spudger to get it off. These are the original I'm not kidding. These are the original thermal pads, like way too small. And we will exchange that with some -pad 8, one of the best thermal pads you can get for money. And I will also put a link in the description down below. It's an Amazon partner link, so if you want to support us, just buy it down below. They are not as cheap, but they really do their work. And then we have to remove the retention arm from the backside of the APU that holds the cooler in place. And also this shiny metal plate. Yeah, there we go. It's the backside of the APU. And there you could clearly see the soldered on ball grid array RAM chips. And now we take this off, and you see the shitty thermal paste job by Sony. It's all messed up, it's all dried out, and I don't really think that this thing could cool anything. It's just, no, this doesn't seem right. So next step, we'll have to exchange these thermal pads. They are for the VRMs on the PlayStation, and they are pretty small. Also get some isopropyl alcohol and get it nice and clean here. So we can put on our Cryonaut thermal paste. One of the best ones out there. I'll put a link in the description. Really gets your PS4 or PC CPU nice and cool. And you get this little spudger with it. It's a 1 gram. That should be plenty for this APU. You could also use a conductor node, but it's liquid metal, and I'm not sure if I want that in my PlayStation because it's like leakage of liquid metal could be pretty bad if it causes a shorting. So we get this piece here, the APU, nice and clean. And that's it. All cleaned up, ready to go. Ready to apply some thermal paste. And also this chip here will get a thermal pad on it because it's the HDMI output chip, and this thing gets pretty hot and also controls the voltage and fan speed of the system fan. And we don't want this thing to get heated up and spin up our fan. So here you can see the memory chips down here, but in the next step we will first clean the cooler. Actually, you only have to remove 2 screws to get the cooler off the case. And it's just this one over here and one over there. And we'll remove them, and then we can pull off the cooler. Just there's already some dust collected in the last 1.5 years. It was standing in a clean place. If you have a dusty place where your PS4 is standing, there could be more dust collected, and this also adds up to more noise from the fan. So we will clean that with our rocket blower. Just give me a second. Yeah, there we are again. Cleaned the fan, cleaned the cooler. All nice and shiny, and we will get it in there. Just be careful that you don't damage the ribbon cables, because they are a little bit on the slim side. Could be damaged easily. Now we will replace all the thermal pads. That will be our next step. So we have to cut the thermal pads in fitting pieces. Excuse me that this video is so long, but I just want to get it right, and you will need to see every step to get it the right way. So I just want to make sure that you will have everything that you need to have to just mod your own PlayStation. So we will make them a little bit bigger so they nicely fit on the VRMs. Yeah, has a little bit of chewing gum consistency. The minus pad 8, but it's pretty good. So here we are with the APU, and this is the HDMI chip that will get a thermal pad right now. Cut it in fitting pieces, put it on there. It's okay if it overlaps a bit, because it's like it could take some heat off the sides of the chip. That's okay. And with this thermal pad, it gets a nice contact to the outer EM shielding, and it's made of aluminium, I believe, and this will conduct away the heat. So this is one point to mod your PlayStation to be a little bit cooler on the fan side. And really the results were surprising. It's like I was blown away by the results. And actually I will use a little bit more of this thermal paste just to get it like fully covered, and actually maybe it won't dry out this much. I know that it's a big point of criticisms, like don't use too much thermal paste, but actually I don't care. It's like I want to put that on there, and you know, the pressure of the heatsink should drive away all the extra thermal paste, and there's nothing around there that could be damaged by that, so that's okay for me. It's like you can do it like you want. Whatever you want, just make sure you put some thermal paste on there. And actually we'll replace these thermal pads with the new ones. Just put them on there, like the old, like, I don't know, like they feel like old tire rubber, just like rubber pads. And the new ones are a little bit more sophisticated. Yes, so we get them on there. Just fasten it a little bit up for you, so you don't have to wait every step. But it actually was around about an hour and a half of work, so if you can use a screwdriver and are a little bit patient, you can do it by yourself, no problem. But always do it on your own risk. This is just a tutorial. If you want to do it, like if you feel fine with modding and experimenting with electrical appliances, just try it. So we have to get this retention for the heatsink back on. Funny thing is it overlaps with the thermal pad, so actually the metal will transfer some heat away from the memory chips. That's kind of neat. Never thought about that. And also we have to get this heat shield on there, and I put an extra thermal pad in the middle just to get the heat away from the metal retention arm. And then I had some spare thermal pads, and I thought by myself, why don't we make a heat conductive bridge between this shielding and the outer EM shield? It's a big hunk of aluminium metal, and it could conduct some heat away. Why not? Just try it. And actually it worked. So we just get this screws here back in, screw everything in place. And after that, I had some spare thermal pads, like I said. And we will just apply them in this order, just to get some extra heat away. And actually it works. It's like after this, the casing of the PS4 gets a bit hotter on the outside, but the air that comes out at the back is just lukewarm. So this is maybe the best idea to get the heat out of the PlayStation. Never thought about that, but it seems to work. And I just thought about sharing my hack with you. So we now get to the results. So here we go. Got a nice little graphic for you. This is the PS4 Pro stock idle loudness in decibels and the stock under load. And there we got the Thermal Grizzly mod in idle and under load. It's a pretty big difference. It's like 33 decibels under load. Load would be Gran Turismo Sport 4K image render in the escapes mode 10 times over. And it got pretty loud with 62 decibels in the stock configuration, and just right now it's almost halved. It's almost half with 33 decibels under load with the Thermal Grizzly modification. So we are getting a pretty nice results here, and yeah, that's about it. There's only one thing left. We need to hear how it sounds like in the real world. Yeah, this is the real idle sound. Nothing modern on the sound. It's just like the idle sound of the PlayStation 4 Pro. So you won't hear anything. Actually, if you put a CD in there, it's louder than a fan. Yeah, thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video and subscribe on the left side. Don't forget to hit the bell icon. There are more videos on the right side. And the only thing I can say is, see you again. Yours truly, Dan.